Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm taking a look at the brand new LEGO VIP Halloween Fun add-on pack. This is set number 40608. It's got 118 pieces, and it is currently available with purchases of $50 or more on shop.lego.com if you are a LEGO Insiders member only. So I'm so happy to finally be doing one of these reviews where the gift with purchase is actually still available. But you guys know I love doing these accessory set reviews because I just have a ton of fun building crazy MOCs. And my spooky pack review from last year actually produced like the favorite MOC that I've built out of any of these so far. So I'm really excited for this Halloween themed one, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Halloween in general. But before we get into it, I just want to remind everyone that I am a LEGO employee, but all opinions expressed in these videos are my own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the LEGO Group, and LEGO is a registered trademark of the LEGO Group of companies, which does not sponsor, authorize, or endorse this site. I'm really excited for this pack not only because of last year's MOC, but also because I can see a ton of large pieces in here, and that means that hopefully it should be easier to build one cohesive MOC. But let's go ahead and get this bag open so we can see what kind of pieces I'm working with here. And honestly, I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like there's a ton more in this accessory pack than there have been in the last couple of ones. Because I've reviewed the spring and summer VIP packs recently, and I don't know, this one just already feels much more substantial. And I can already see classic space helmets, which are very cool. Of course, we'll take a quick look at the pamphlet first. These are not instructions, these are just kind of ideas of something you could build, and then you can use the accessory pack to add on to it and have some fun with it, as the name implies. So you do get some cute ideas here, but of course, I like building MOCs out of these, because it's literally the opposite of what they're meant to be used for. You know, they're not meant to be used to build one thing, so that's what I like doing with them. Let's take a look at what we have in this pack. I can already see a couple of dark green windows, which are some really nice pieces, and that means that we should have like window frames in the smaller bag. We do have these ornamental fences. I really like this piece in general, so happy to see it here. Ooh, wonderful. We have some snot bricks. Snot stands for studs not on top, if you don't know what that means, but I love these in these accessory packs because it should make it easier to build in a few different directions at once, and again, just make a cohesive MOC. We also have these large arch pieces, so I'm excited to see what I can use these for. There are like some natural pieces as well, like you have some sand green that could be used as like moss or grass. You also have like these seaweed vine pieces, a treasure chest, dark red masonry bricks. I feel like there's a lot more actual brick content in this accessory pack than some of the other ones. Because these are a lot of actual bricks and not just accessories, which I really like. A bunch of satellite dishes, some 2x2 bricks, pumpkins, of course, because it's Halloween. We have leaves, we have an apple, we have the classic witch hat mold, which is wonderful to see here. Oh, and of course we do have skeleton parts because it's Halloween, so that's cool. I can also see some arches, some like elephant trunk slash tree branch parts. We have a pie, which seems out of place for Halloween, but I love Lego food items. A cat, which is very much in theme for Halloween, although it's not a black cat. Did I already mention the helmets? I might have. And then more like, these are like actual seaweed pieces. I always think that the vine pieces, like they always remind me of seaweed, these ones, because they were used as seaweed for the mermaids in the Pirates of the Caribbean sets, which is the first set I ever saw those in. I like giving you guys a little peek into my history with Lego parts when I'm talking about them in these accessory pack reviews. And then we have a bucket, another baguette, bat, bone, spider web, you know, just classic Halloween stuff. And then as for the smaller bag, it looks like we have even more bricks with those little like kind of 2x3 ones, some waffles, which is interesting, blue flames, more skeleton parts. Ooh, are these white carrots? Or are these glow in the dark? I don't know. I need to get up closer to see them, but either way, that's an awesome part. There are those shutters for the windows, some more leaves, little gray flowers. Those will be nice decorations. Grapes. and then classic spaceman helmet, or a neo-classic spaceman helmet in dark purple. That is not a common part, so I like seeing that. And then a spider. So pretty basic stuff. Let's go ahead and see what I can build out of these parts. I am very excited to announce that for the very first time, I've used every single piece that comes in one of these add-on packs. I'm less excited to announce that I think I've created the gateway to hell. That's what this MOC is kind of saying to me, which I don't really love because it's ended up going in a slightly more demonic direction than I anticipated. But you know what? It's Halloween, there's skeletons, there's bones. It kind of just became this because I really built the entire thing around like that big circular entryway that you can like create out of those big arch pieces. And so that starts to look like a portal, and it's Halloween, so there's only a portal to one place that you go during Halloween. But if you don't like that idea, this could just be the entrance to like a haunted house ride at Disneyland. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite chaotic. I like this a lot now that it's done, but while I was in the process of it, I didn't really like it, and I wanted to kind of start over and build something different. But now that everything's finished with all of like the detail and the small parts added, I really like what I've come up with. So I'm going to spin this around really quick for you guys. You can see that there's a little doorway at the bottom. There's the main kind of portal entrance, and then there's just a ton of stuff strewn all about. Like I said, this has taken on a very dark storyline just because it's Halloween and the nature of the parts that were included here, but I think it's pretty well detailed around the back as well, so I'm happy about that. But let's go ahead and start right in the center where we have that skeleton with, of course, a cauldron full of stuff. And there goes the witch hat because that always falls down. So, as you can see, we have our little witch, undead witch, I guess, in the middle here. And they are holding a bone and a flame to show that they're magic. And I really wish there were more skeleton parts in here because I would have liked some more skulls to kind of use the other helmets on. Because I feel like these helmets are just supposed to be Halloween costumes, and that's also contributed to the dark storyline, as you'll see in a minute. But basically, the witch is just cooking up like a big cauldron full of stuff, and that's where a lot of the extra pieces went. So we've got like the two large bones, the two baguettes, we have the pie in there, and you can actually see in the center of the cauldron there is another blue flame. It's kind of hard to see, but it's just sticking up through like that axle hole in the center. I guess if I take that baguette out, it might be a little easier to see. But yeah, as you can see, everything is mixed together really well. And then I have like a waffle and a sugar cookie in there because they were extra. But yeah, I don't really know what the witch is doing with this concoction. I guess it's also kind of Hansel and Gretel-y because like you can kind of see it as like the witch is luring people to this entryway, and they're putting the treats that they've used to lure trick-or-treaters into the cauldron, and I don't know what they're cooking up. But whatever it is, it can't be good. So the witch has their little cat next to them. There's also some poisonous grapes growing out of the ground. There's also like a poisonous carrot. That piece is glow in the dark, by the way. And I guess I do have my glow in the dark flashlight here. But we'll do that a little bit later, I think, at the end, because there are more glow in the dark pieces as well. And then underneath, like I have the entire thing on this little base with this like smaller entryway. So that was going to be a cat door at first, and I still like that idea, because if you look at witches' cats as being familiars and like beings from, like another dimension, then you can kind of see this as the place where the cats come from to like serve the witches. So yeah, very like magical folklore story going on right now. But I've used the masonry bricks, the like 2/3 bricks, and then some of those fences on the sides here. Surrounding the portal, we've got a ton of vegetation, so we have like these hanging vines. We also have more vines out to the side here, and you can see that there are spaceman helmets kind of impaled on them. So like I said, if you look at these as being trick-or-treater costumes, then the witch is trying to lure trick-or-treaters in with sweets, and then it's kind of like the witches killed them and hung their like costumes on the vines as trophies. Again, very dark. I'm not a dark person. I'm not a creepy person. I'm very scared of horror. And like the last Halloween pack in 2022 scared me because it had so many scary parts in it. So I find it very interesting that this is what I built. But I swear this isn't what I'm usually like. And so we have like these large leaves that are like growing out of like the wooden archway, I guess. You've got some bats on top, you have apples growing, you have a pumpkin growing. So it's all just very kind of spooky and Halloweeny. And I also like the way I attached the spider web with the spider. I used those snot bricks actually down here, and they're held on very precariously. But for example, here I've got like more leaves, vegetation, and then like more treats. So a sugar cookie and then a waffle down in the corner. But I also just kind of elevated the fence with these two like 2x3 bricks. And then I used like that extra flower piece just as decoration. And then I just stuck the spider web into one of those hollow studs. So I think that works out pretty well. And you can see there is a waffle on the back of the spider web as well. So I'm actually really proud that I used all of the pieces to build this MOC, because that's not something I've been able to do in the past. But as for the rest of the thing, you've just got more like poison grapes, you have more leaves on this side. It is kind of symmetrical, so you still have like the vines and the space helmet, and you have this vine, although on this side you do have a spider crawling up the snot brick. And then you have our first large mushroom. I really liked building the mushrooms because I like mushrooms like as decoration in Lego and as food in real life. So I liked using the satellite dish pieces as those. And then, more pumpkin, more apple, more leaves, more bat, just the usual. And then you do have another glow-in-the-dark carrot up there. And then at the very top is an area that I guess I'm proud of. You have another fence. This was the first mushroom I placed. And then I stuck some fire into this mushroom and to this one to show, that everything's being controlled by the witch. So I think the fire really adds a lot of ambiance. And then I almost forgot the treasure chest piece. That's why it looks a little tacked on, because it wasn't actually supposed to be up here, but I still wanted to include it. And inside are the helmets of 2 other trick-or-treaters, and you can just close that right up, and then you have a flaming pumpkin, and then more poisonous grapes and leaves on top. Oh, and the witch hat that keeps falling down is supposed to be kind of just hanging out with the bat, or just hanging out in that tree over there. And again, that's another discarded costume piece. So yeah, I guess that pretty much does it for this build. Oh wait, glow in the dark. Okay, I brought my glow in the dark flashlight, but I don't actually think all of the lights in my room are going to turn off right now. So let's see how much glow we get by just turning off the studio lights. Ooh, that's still pretty nice. I honestly think that this is the way to go for showing glow in the dark in videos, because complete darkness is just a little bit too dark. But yeah, I didn't realize the cone pieces were glow in the dark too, so I like that a lot. It really adds to the ambiance of the whole thing. But yeah, that about does it for this add-on pack review. This one was more challenging to build than I expected, because honestly, having so many bricks made it difficult to like know what bricks to build the MOC around. Because with other add-on packs, there's so few real bricks that you really just have to use a couple of them. But here there's like a ton of different bricks that you can like choose to theme your build around. But yeah, like I said, I'm really glad I was able to use all of the parts in this. I'm very sorry that it turned into such a dark theme, but hopefully this really helps set the vibes for Halloween. I don't know if I'll keep it on display. I will keep this on display because I keep all of my add-on pack MOCs on display, but I don't know. I think I kind of creeped myself out with this one. So let me know what you guys think about this MOC in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com. I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.